What's up, everybody? Welcome to Human Innovation Tarot. My name is Eddie with Imagine Life Development Center. And today I wanted to share a video with you guys that I took from a recent live tarot reading. And in this video, I want to talk to you guys about having faith even when the evidence of your life doesn't really call for it. In other words, how to believe that all things are working out for your good no matter what's occurring. So a lot of times it's really hard to have faith that things are going to work out for your highest good or that things are actually working out for your benefit when life appears to be the exact opposite of what you desire. You know, when your life is full of chaos, when things are not going your way, when you've been cheated on, lied to, or betrayed, or you've gone through periods of difficulty, challenges, scarcity, maybe you've had health issues, maybe who knows, right? It could be anything, any types of hurdles, obstacles, or challenges that we experience when life is just sheer messy, and sometimes maybe it's just chaotic or even devastating. Maybe you're sitting in the ashes of all types of, your life has just blown up in so many different ways. And it just seems almost impossible when we're going through those really dark times, those dark nights of the soul. Like, how could any good possibly come from this? How could there be a treasure in this pile of shit? How could there be a way for this to all come around, come full circle, in a way that serves me in my highest good or serves me in an empowering way, right? But the truth is that the divine is always working for our highest good and does work all things together for our highest good if we would just choose to believe. And that's what faith is. Faith is believing in something that we can't see. In other words, faith is choosing to believe in an outcome even when we don't have the evidence in the present moment. There's no evidence in the present moment to give us any certainty that that's true. But faith is just the belief that it can be true. Faith is the belief of saying, okay, what if? What if there is a divine force? What if there's a power greater than me that knows the end, for the beginning from the end and the end from the beginning and everything in between? And that, what do I have to lose by choosing to believe that that force, that divine force that is within me, within you, and within all of us has the ability to transform anything that's ever happened to you, me, or anyone. It has the power to transform us, to transform our lives, to take us out of the darkness, to take us out of our messes, to rebuild things that have been broken, to restore things that have been lost. What if? And so in this video, I'm going to be talking about having faith despite not seeing the evidence. So I hope that you guys enjoy the video. And just a quick little word of caution. I do get passionate every once in a while in my tarot readings. So if there's any sensitive ears nearby, just be aware. I'll come right back to that. Have faith in your dreams. So the divine is saying, look, your commitment to your dreams, the things that you've been, which is attached to this creative energy with the spider here, the spider energy creative shit, your commitment is being tested. The divine is saying, hey, don't give up now. Just because things haven't panned out, just because things haven't evolved the way that you thought they would, just because it seems like it's been, 2 steps forward and 5 steps back, the divine is saying, you can't judge. You can't judge your destiny. You can't base your destiny on your external environment. Like, if you judge your life based on what it looks like right now, then you're fucked. You're never gonna get fucked. If you, like, anybody, me, you, anybody, right? Because most people aren't living their destiny. Most people aren't having the experience, the fullness of the experience that they're destined for. Most people aren't, right? And so if we're looking around at the current evidence and we're basing what's possible off of what's current, then we're fucked, because we're allowing the current situation, our current circumstances, to influence our ability to get the things that we want, to build the things that we want, right? And so we need to reverse it. Instead of looking at the current environment and being influenced by the current environment, we need to have it the other way around. We need to ignore the current circumstances and focus on the reality that we're trying to create. So the divine is saying, hey, stop looking at your current circumstances for validation of where you're meant to be and where you're meant to go. Because it's discouraging you, basically. You're looking at it, it's like, I'm not where I want to be, and it's not where I should be. I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have been here. This should have happened. What it could have, should have, all the different things. And, you know, the moments where you felt like you were getting momentum and you were getting ahead, but then, you know, it's like something happened, or you got sidetracked, or it just didn't work out. And so it becomes very discouraging, very deflating. And the divine is saying, don't look at that. Don't perceive it that way, right? So the have faith in your dreams and the commitment being tested is your commitment is being tested about your faith in your dreams. So that's the first thing. Now, the next thing with your commitment is being tested is going to have to do with your commitment to your desire to be in a relationship and your commitment to yourself, because you have the dark fears here, but then you also have love. So essentially the divine is saying, no matter what happens, your commitment always has to be to yourself. You have to stop betraying yourself on any level. Even when Mr. Right shows up into your life, when Mr. Right shows up, you don't betray yourself. Even when good things happen, you don't betray yourself. It's easy to betray ourselves when in the bad things, because we're reactionary. We're just reacting to shit happening to us. But we can also betray ourselves in the good things. We can self-sabotage, or we can get attached. It's like, oh, this is so amazing. It's so great. And then we want to attach to it because it's so good, so exciting, so fulfilling. You know, that's what we want. We want pleasure. We want the exciting thing. We want love. We want romance. And then we want to go attach ourselves to it. That's a form of self-betrayal. So your commitment to yourself is going to be tested. And you have to, you can't allow even the good things in life, or even a good person who comes into your life, to cause you to betray yourself. Because if you betray yourself, then you'll self-sabotage, because we have the dark fears and we have the moon energy here. And then the daydreams and indecisions is a fantasy energy. It's seven of cups energy. And then over here, you have the mystery, the unknown. Part of you likes the unknown because it presents itself in the realm of possibilities, but there's part of you, a bigger part of you, that fears it. And that's the nature of being a human. Most people fear what they don't know, what they can't control. And so, again, I think, I don't remember who I said, but I know that I said it earlier, that a spiritual fact for everyone is uncertainty. You cannot be a spiritual person, a spiritually awakened person, until you understand and learn to embrace uncertainty. And it's probably one of the most difficult and hardest things about embracing true spirituality that anybody learns is detachment and learning to tolerate uncertainty. Like letting go. I've got no control over anything. You know, it's a paradox. It's walking in faith. It's like, okay, I'm moving towards something. My mind, my nervous system wants control, wants to know what's going to happen, wants certainty, wants security. It wants to be able to predict and ground itself into something. But the spiritual part of us is like, no, we're just going to live in the moment. We're going to live in the now. And we trust the divine. We take a step and we see what happens. And it's very uncertain, which makes it very scary, especially when you get into the realm of love. So that energy is tied to the fears here. Now the confront is about, obviously, and I like the word, I like the fact that the author of this deck called it confront. So basically confront your fear. And he's looking on the card, you can see the shadow is being cast. He's casting the shadow and the shadow is casting back to him. This version of him is standing in the sunlight. That version on the other side of the doorway is standing in the dark. Actually, probably one of the most profound artwork on a card, now that I'm actually looking at it, that I've ever seen. Like, this is actually really fucking profound now that I'm looking at it. I'm probably going to just leave this card out for myself because I'm going to need to really take this in for myself. But it's extremely profound. There's you in the dark, here's you in the light. And the shadow is you're connected to each other by the shadow, which is full-blown integration. Integrating with your shadow, becoming one with your shadow, becoming one facing your fears, right? And underneath that, we have the Six of Pentacles energy and giving and receiving. That's a lot of Captain Planet shit going on there. That's what it reminds me of, Captain Planet. All the little kids with the rings. Earth, fire, wind, water, by your powers combined. So then we have time to take action and then be bold and make the first move. What this is saying is that, and there's two energies here. The first one is the courage of you choosing to just not give up. Like keep going towards your dreams, your goal, your visions. Your commitment is being tested to your dreams and your goals. Be bold. Keep taking action. All right. There's that. This other energy though is about, if you want this love, something about this situation, whenever it happens, however it happens, is going to require you to receive it. In other words, the blessing is going to be given to you. The opportunity, the package will be delivered to your front door, but it's going to be up to you to decide to take it or not. And that's where you have move here. Chariot energy. It's your move. See, and the package being delivered to your front door. You have a bow here, and then you have the heart, and then underneath the hands, and also living with the open hand. She's living with the open hand. Right? Her hand's open. And underneath that is the heart chakra. You can't make this shit up, Brandy. So it'll be your decision. Whoever this person is, when they show up, it'll be your decision to kind of invite it in, to receive it, to accept it, to choose it or not. But you're going to have to be okay with this, my friend, the mystery. You're going to have to be okay with not knowing what's going to happen. You're going to have to be okay with not understanding everything all the time. You're going to have to be okay with the way that your life seems messy at times, and not judge the moments when it seems or feels messy, and just know that there's meaning in the mess, and that the divine is putting the mess together into a very, very profound and beautiful stained glass picture, which is you, your soul, the expression of your soul, and that it's all going to make sense when it's time for it all to make sense. But until that time comes, it's not going to make a whole lot of sense. And that's where you're going to have to just kind of be okay in the mystery for a while. But you have all this to say, to summarize all of this for you, my friend. You have, all of this is very, very exciting. So you have some very exciting things coming towards you. Some very positive and exciting things coming towards you. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. All the other information is in the description box below. And as always, my friends,
I'm not a bloody psychic.